Just this year, around 5,000 US adults were asked to list down the number of pizza slices they think they could eat. To the surprise of the researchers, they found out that an average American can consume around 5 slices or half of the entire pizza in just one sitting. If you think that's crazy, wait until you find out that in the United States alone, around 350 slices of pizza are consumed every second. Wild, right? Despite it being labeled as unhealthy, the demands on pizza still continue to rise. But have you ever wondered how it's made? Well, if you have, you're in for a treat. In today's Lord Gizmo video, we'll check out the manufacturing process of frozen pizzas, from the dough to the sauce and even to the packaging. Without further delay, let's start this video. The process of making frozen pizzas can be divided into 6 steps. Let's get into them one by one. The heart of the pizza is in its dough. Depending on how it tastes or how it's made, the dough can change the overall quality of the pizza. Those who make pizzas in a traditional way know how important the mixing and kneading processes are. Most of the time this is done by hand, but in the case of high market demand, this process is assisted by these large mixing machines. These machines have ingredient hoppers, where the workers load the dough ingredients like flour, sugar, yeast, salt, fats, milk, or etc., and the hoppers are responsible for feeding these ingredients to the mixing bowl of the machine. This bowl has spinning arms with sharp blades that rotate in opposite directions so that the ingredients are beaten and kneaded properly. Using machines in this stage ensures a consistent level of mixing so that the dough can be processed consistently too. For frozen pizzas, the doughs have specific formulations made to allow the storing of its texture and flavor even after freezing and reheating. Once the doughs are well mixed and kneaded, they'll be formed into large balls. The workers will let these balls of dough rest for a couple of hours, and the purpose of this is to allow the yeast to ferment some more. This adds more texture and flavor to the dough. After a few hours, these balls will be flattened mechanically through the help of rolling machines. Another component that determines a pizza's quality is its sauce. After the doughs are made, they'll be transferred via a conveyor belt to the area where the sauce will be equally spread on them. In factories that make frozen pizzas, they also manufacture their own pizza sauces. But how do they do this? First of all, they get all their raw ingredients. They make sure that they get high-quality tomatoes to ensure the quality of the sauce. Then, these tomatoes are crushed to retrieve their juice or sauce. After that, they'll be cooked with garlic, salt, and herbs like oregano and basil, and in some processing lines, they add sugar to balance the acidity of the tomatoes. After that, the sauce is blended, typically automatically with the use of large mixing and blending machines, until it achieves the required consistency. While some pizza manufacturers still use artificial preservatives like citric acid, many now use natural preservatives like rosemary extract to appeal to consumers who are health conscious. After that, the sauce is transferred to a holding tank to maintain its freshness and not spoil during the production process. Once the doughs are with sauces, they will again be transferred to a conveyor belt so they can be processed further. This will be part where the toppings are added. First of all, it's interesting to highlight that frozen pizza toppings are frequently obtained locally or regionally, supporting farmers and small companies while also supplying fresh ingredients. Sausage, pepperoni, onions, mushrooms, peppers, and olives are typical toppings. In order to preserve their flavor and texture throughout freezing and reheating, these toppings are usually prepared ahead of time and then added to the pizza. Maintaining the texture and flavor of frozen pizza toppings while they're being frozen and thawed is a significant difficulty. In order to combat this, some producers employ a process known as flash freezing, in which the toppings are rapidly frozen at extremely low temperatures in order to preserve their flavor and structure. During this process, the factory lines make use of pizza depositors or pizza dispensers. These are machines that automatically add in pizza toppings to the dough with sauce. They quickly and efficiently apply consistent layers of ingredients onto pizzas. The nozzles, conveyor belts, and sensors all work together in these devices to evenly spread the toppings over the pizza dough. Remember what we said earlier? that frozen pizzas are made with specific formulations that make them able to withstand freezing and heating. This is made possible by partial baking. This is the method used to partially cook a pizza before adding toppings or finishing it in the oven of a client. This method is frequently applied to pre-baked crusts or frozen pizzas to save time and guarantee consistency in the finished product. It also ensures that the pizza does not become too hard or lose its texture even when it goes through a lot of processes. In order to get a light golden brown color and firmness to the touch, the dough is often par-baked for 2 to 3 minutes at a temperature between 400 degrees Fahrenheit, 200 degrees Celsius, and 450 degrees Fahrenheit, 230 degrees Celsius. It will be simpler to achieve a well-done crust without overcooking the toppings if you do this, because the pizza will have a head start on cooking. After par baking, the dough has to go through the process of freezing. You might be wondering why they do this after baking the pizza. Well, this is done to help lock in the freshness and flavor of the pizza. The pizza is frozen because this process helps preserve its texture, flavor, and quality during the whole process. One of the methods they use to do this process is putting the pizza on a conveyor belt and passing it through a blast freezer. Pizzas are rapidly frozen in a blast freezer, a type of specialized refrigeration device used in industrial pizza production. In order to create the tiny ice crystals that give the crust its distinct texture and flavor, the method involves blasting extremely cold air onto the pizza's surface. This forces the moisture within the dough to rapidly expand and then contract again. This procedure is referred to as rapid freezing or flash freezing. Because blast freezers are made to run at extremely low temperatures, ideally between 30 degrees and 50 degrees Celsius for brief periods of time, they enable pizza makers to make vast quantities of frozen pizzas rapidly and without compromising on quality. It's possible to enjoy excellent pizza even when it's cooked from frozen, thanks to the quick freezing procedure, which helps maintain the freshness and texture of the ingredients. After the freezing process, the pizza discs will be sent to the conveyor belt again, so they will be passed to the packaging area. The pizza discs will be sent back to the packing section via the conveyor belt following the freezing process. After that, each pizza is carefully wrapped in a box made especially to keep it safe throughout handling and transportation. The robust cardboard used to make these boxes helps to prevent damage and distortion, guaranteeing that the pizzas arrive at their destination undamaged. Depending on their size and weight, each box holds 1 or more pizzas, which are meticulously sealed to preserve their quality and freshness. When the boxes are ready to be dispatched to clients, they're packaged and kept in the freezer. Since proper packaging keeps moisture and other external variables from influencing the products, it is crucial for ensuring the shelf life and quality of frozen pizzas. Manufacturers ensure that their frozen pizzas stay delicious and fresh for a longer time by using premium ingredients and meticulous design. To sum it up, the way frozen pizzas are packaged plays a crucial role in the manufacturing process since it affects the product's quality and longevity. The moment all these steps are done, the frozen pizzas will be transferred over for delivery. This will be in preparation for the wide distribution in the market. And that ends our video on pizza production. In short, the process of making pizza is intriguing and requires both meticulous attention to detail and a love of cooking good food. Every stage is essential to creating a superior product that unites people, from picking the best ingredients to baking each flawless pie. We hope that this movie has given you insightful knowledge on the art and science of creating delicious pizza, regardless of your experience level. Thanks for watching our video all about pizza production. We hope you've learned something new and delicious. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more tasty content coming soon.